Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a DIY Dollar Tree red truck wreath with buffalo check. This is from Stephanie DeJesus. She's in a Dollar Tree group that I belong to, and she inspired me and I had to come and share it with you. We're going to use the buffalo check scarf. You can use the infinity one or the regular one. We're going to use a green wreath form. Stephanie's was much bigger and had many more trees. We're going to size it down. And for the snow, I'm going to use the super soft microfiber cloth from the auto weight department at Dollar Tree, but you can use the fake snow sheets if you want to. Now we're going to use some bottle brush trees. Now the bottle brush trees that they're offering at the Dollar Tree are these two. You can get them in green and white. We're going to also rip some trees off of this ornament, and we're going to need at least one truck, and then I'm going to borrow some trees from some other way. And of course we need tongue depressors, right? But that's just an option. I'll show you some other options. We're going to need glue gun as well as glue sticks, and we're also going to need our scissor for sure. So first, I just want to thank Stephanie. If you're watching, I really appreciate your inspiration. I know a lot of you guys have had trouble finding these ornaments, but hopefully you'll be able to get them or something like it. These ones are from the Dollar Tree. Everything that we're using today is from the Dollar Tree except for a couple of bottle brush trees, and I'll show you them. Actually, one bottle brush tree, and I'll show you them in a little bit. But what I've decided to do was to remove the sign, and I got this one broken. I actually knew that I was going to pilfer a couple, so I went and I picked out the broken ones. And then the only thing that I wanted to do is I sanded off extra glitter, and then I went in with a black Sharpie and I darkened in the tires. And then I went in with this silver ornament pen that they sell for at Christmas time, and I made the hubcaps silver, just to differentiate this truck from other trucks. And to make it like a little more jazzed up, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense, guys? You get it? And we pull off the tree as well as take the sign off. And the sign is on by like two little tiny wires, which I could have cut with a scissor, but you know me. Got to go the hard way sometimes. All right. And then I have some other trees now. I bought an ornament from Walmart that had two little trees inside a red bucket, and I took the trees out of there because I really wanted some green trees. And when I went to the Dollar Tree, they only had white. And then this is the little white one from the package, and then one white one that I bought last year at Walmart for 74 cents. So I was so grateful to find them at Walmart this year. But if you're lucky enough to find the trees at Walmart, you could just use them. Okay? So now this is the infinity scarf. I bought two of them a while back, and I am cutting right by the seam, and then I'm going to cut straight up the middle. I basically fold it in half long ways and then just take my scissor and cut up the middle. If you saw Stephanie's inspiration, and I'll show you an example of it in a minute. She kept hers like a scrunched up scarf, which was really cute. I wanted to have more of it laid out so you could see more of the buffalo check. That's the look that I like, that I was going to go for. Also, I am using the popsicle stick tongue depressors to create a sign that goes behind my Merry Christmas. If you noticed in the beginning, Stephanie had like wood rounds. They were kind of really cool. I don't know where she got them from. Her description said that most of everything was from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know what kind of wreath form she used, but definitely you can tell that hers is bigger. All right? But there's always options. You guys know I love to give you guys options. I was originally going to make a burlap bow and put the Merry Christmas sign in the middle of a burlap bow. But then I said, you know what, this already has a little bit towards the masculine side a little bit, with the truck. I feel like it's, and the buffalo check can lean a little bit towards the masculine side, but let me make it a little bit more masculine for you guys. So I'm going to show you first how we're just going to like wrinkle up the burlap and twist it around. And it's pretty like that, don't get me wrong, but it's just not the look that I was going for. So I laid it out flat, and then I'm just twisting. And I cut it in half because it would lay flatter. Even though it's fleece and I can pull it tight, it lays much nicer if it's a thinner piece than it is if it was a big wide 8-inch piece of scarf. Because that's what it originally was 8 inches by 60 inches long. All right? And then just glue it to start and glue it down at the end. And now with the chamois, I always called this thing a chamois, but it's a soft microfiber cloth. It's used to dry your car, I believe, to buff out the wax. That's where they sell it in the automotive section. And this one is the pure white one. It comes in white and like a little bit of an off-white. But you make sure that you're going to put the pretty fuzzy side out, because mine has like a pattern on the inside and the pretty fuzzy side on the outside. And this was the scrap left over from my bunny butt wreath, if you guys remember that from like 2 years ago, from 2017. But we're just going to wrap it around. And what I've done is I've cut up 3 slits just to make it like so I can bend it without any wrinkles. And actually what's really funny was I did that on the back and made sure I glued it and seamed it on the back. But then I almost left the little wrinkle into the front. I almost turned it around basically because it gave more dimension to the snow. And you'll see here when I'm done gluing it, it kind of like gave layers to the snow. And I came this close to leaving that. But I decided to just opt to use the front. Now, in full disclosure, the scarf is made from fleece, and the microfiber cloth will just fly white fuzzies all over the place. So you just have to make sure that you blow it around a lot. I tapped all the extra fuzzies that I can get off. I kept blowing it off, and then just clean it up if you need to. Take a lint roller or a piece of masking tape or duct tape just to clean off whatever fuzzies you get on there that you don't want. Now, all of these trees are on wire, or have basically wire trunks. So you can shape them the way you want to. Now, if you've ever seen trees growing on a hillside, here in Missouri, we have lots of trees growing on the hillsides. The tree trunk is coming out of, like, if the tree grew straight from the ground, it would be sticking up towards the streets and stuff, but it actually, nature wants it to grow up. So what I did, just basically that principle, is these trees have flat bottoms, and I made the flat bottoms bend. So the flat bottom was perfectly flat on the round wreath, and I bent the tree up to go towards the sky, as it would be. All right, and I'm showing you here how I leaned it up against the thing so you guys can see exactly where I was placing them. But then you design your own. Now, I didn't have all green trees, but to be honest with you, I kind of really like the white ones too. I like the combination. But the all green trees would look cute. This tree I took off of the truck, one of the other truck ornaments, pulled the berries off, and then I just made sure I fluffed it up. Maybe where the glue was might be squished down, or you might have squished it. I might have squished some down when I was trying to pull it. But I just made sure you fluff it up. If you need to trim any glue off, you can. If you want to reshape your trees, you can do that as well. They cut real easy. Okay. And now I'm just gluing them. Like I said, this is the design I came up with. It's just my personal preference. You guys set your thing. If you look at the example, Stephanie had a whole forest full of trees on her wreath. I opted for just 5 or 4 or 5. 5. 4. Yeah, 5. And then even though I originally removed the tree from the back of the pickup truck, I decided, you know what? I like the 5 trees in the forest. It's that odd number. We talked about odd numbers in decorating, but it needed a little something. So I put the tree back in the back of the pickup truck. And there are these little holes right on the edge. And I basically put glue and stuck the wire down in the hole. And I just made it a little bit, I feel like I nicened it up a little bit is what I'm trying to say. I think I made it look more cohesive. And I glued the little tip of the trunk behind the cab so it looked like it was actually leaning into the truck. Okay? And then I just glued it on where I wanted it. Now here's where I wanted it. I played around with it for a few minutes. I tried it here. I tried it there. Do I want just snow to be through the driver's window? Do I want some of the trees to be by the driver's window? I kind of really played with it in all different locations, and I came up with the place that I liked. The place that I liked was to have in front of the big green tree. The tree would be poking through the driver's side window. So what I decided to do was just to trim it down a little bit so that the truck would lay a little flatter against the wreath. Okay, and we just glued it down. Everything's just getting glued as best as you can. All right. So now I wanted to create a little bit of a wood, not really palette. I really wanted more of like a loggy cabin sort of situation. I was going to stain this, but then I really went into my package and I found 4 tongue depressors that were actually darker wood, as you could see, than the first 4 that I picked out, which is funny. And I picked up ones with green in them, like wood green, that really had more of a nice natural feel. And then I was like, how do I want to cut them? And then I was like, just cut them on an angle. And then you'll see I'm going to change it up at the end, because once I put them together, I don't know, it looked too perfect, if that makes any sense. And then the only thing I'm using to hold them together is the sign that says Merry Christmas. So I put a ton of glue in the back of the Merry Christmas sign. And that's what I'm going to use to hold them together. So I figured that originally I was going to use 4, but I liked the way that it laid on 3, where it had like the seams coming a little bit better. With 4, it was sort of like a log floating above and below, and it was just too much. So I just made it 3. And then I originally just cut them on opposite angles on each side. But you see, like I told you, we're going to change it up. And again, it was about design. I cut things, I flipped them over, I tested it out, I cut them again, I flipped it over, tested it out. So I just played with it to see exactly how, the look that I like, okay? Now there is little tiny holes in the sign that say Merry Christmas, but was not objectionable to me. If it is to you, you can either put a drop of glue in there with maybe a jute knot would be cute, like the sign. It was actually a sign hung. But you guys just decide if it bothers you, then you can do something to jazz it up. All right, so you can see I cut the boards. All 3 boards have different ends. And then I'm just going to glue it into place on the top. Originally, I was just going to glue it onto a piece of jute and tie it on there. But I just decided to go ahead and leave it. Now, Stephanie's inspiration had snowflakes on it. And hers were like white, sort of like glittery type snowflakes. I have these 3 snowflakes from last year. If you've been around for a while, I got them at the Target dollar spot last year. I made a fake snow globe with my wedding picture in it. These are the snowflakes that I used for that. And I just happened to have 3 of them left over. They were actually in the bag with some supplies. And I was like, oh, let me just use these instead of digging out some plastic snowflakes that I bought at the Dollar Tree. And they kind of added to that woodsy sort of feel. And now these are completely optional. The way Stephanie had hers hung, I originally thought I want them all in one, glued to one piece of jute, going straight across. But when all was said and done, I didn't like the way that they hung when I stood it straight up. They wanted to twist. Now, if they were against the wall, they might not have twisted. But still, it's that option of and nobody's going to be that close to it, so it could have been okay. It could have just been fine like that. But what I decided to do instead was to make each one on its own piece of jute. And you'll see here, I'm just going to cut. They're already still glued on there, and I'm just going to cut them off from each other. And then we're going to hang them at 3 different heights. That's what I ended up doing. So I flipped it over towards the back. And I just found 3 spots. I wanted to make sure that none of the stars were behind any of the trees or banged into any of the trees, so I kept that in mind. And I just glued the jute to the back of the wreath. Now, the other thing that I did really quickly is I took the original red ribbon hanger from the ornament, and I just tied it into one of my little nooses that we always make for hangers. And we're going to glue that on the back as well, and we're going to use that to hang the wreath, because why not? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Better than going in the landfill, right? Actually, who am I kidding? All my little ribbon scraps go in a jar. Okay, so once I have the snowflakes hung, I went ahead and I tested to see if it would hang even on my finger. That's what we always do when we try to figure out where we want to put the hanger. We make sure that we have it someplace where it's going to be balanced. Okay, especially when it's got stuff on it. And once I did that, then we go ahead and glue the hanger on, and then we're done. But like I said, some of the other options was she used wood discs behind the signs, and I was really thinking about making a bow, like a cute little burlap bow, and I was going to glue the Merry Christmas to it. Now, if you don't celebrate Christmas, or you just want to have this for your winter wonderland, you can leave that sign off altogether. Okay? So I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Give Stephanie a thumbs up. If she's watching this, Stephanie, hi, thank you for the inspiration. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to share with friends and family. Anybody who might be interested in making something like this for maybe like their single brother bachelor person who wants a Christmas sign or something. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe, and when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And I've got lots more to come, so stay tuned. And as always, you take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.